Hey guys, it's Victoria. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a really pretty and simple polygel set from start to finish. I'm going to be sharing my prepping process with you first, which it may be in a different order from what you're used to, but I've noticed that this is what helps me have long-lasting nails and easy removal processes. So starting with my cuticles, I'm pushing them back and then also using the opposite end to scrape up any dead tissue. This step is optional. I'm using my Kiara Sky Cuticle Clean Bit to further get up any dead tissue. This can also just be done with a file, and the next step, I just like how precise this bit is. Using an 180 grit hand file, I'm going to be using the rounded edge to remove the shine from a nail and also put some scratches in it so the product can adhere better. Using dehydrator to remove any oils from the nail. And then also using primer. I'm using 2 layers of this because I found that it helps me with adhesion. And the star of the show during this prepping process is using builder gel instead of base coat. It's much thicker and is meant to harden on the nail. So when it's time for me to remove sets, I feel way more comfortable filing down to the builder gel layer because I can soak that off and because it's thick, so there is a bigger barrier between my natural nail and the product than there would be with regular base coat. Before putting on these tips, I did have to wipe off that sticky layer so that the glue could actually dry. So now I'm just cutting and shaping and filing the tips. I do file the surface of the tip to make sure that the product doesn't separate from it. Quickly, I do want to mention that this video may seem repetitive to those who watch my videos consistently. I really wanted to create a video that's beginner friendly for anyone who's just starting polygel or who is new to my channel. So let's go ahead and get into it. I'm using my polygel brush, some alcohol, and this soft white polygel from Pine Cosmetics. To begin with, I'm putting the bead of polygel directly onto my nail in the center. The first thing I'm going to do with my brush is spread that product from sidewall to sidewall, which is just the sides of your nail. And now I'm just going to pull at the top edge and bring product up to the tip of the nail. Anytime product overflows over the tip, I'm just pushing it back on to form to the shape. And now going towards the bottom of the nail, I'm going to pull at the very edge because we want to bring down very small and thin amounts of product to the cuticle area. We don't want to overwhelm our cuticle area with product that leaves us in danger for the product touching our skin, which can lead to lifting and not long-lasting nails. So now the product is spread throughout the entire nail. In the last couple steps to perfect it is just to smooth out the nail and also clean up the cuticle area. I like to use the brush to put it in between the product and my cuticle, as well as the spatula, just to break apart anything that's touching my skin. It leaves the perfect size gap. Now I'm just going to put it in the lamp for 60 seconds and move on to the rest. So I'm doing the exact same thing on the other nails, so it might get a little repetitive, but I'm just going to be giving you guys a couple more tips throughout these last couple of nails. So when it comes to how much product to place on the nail, that is definitely something that comes with practice. I don't have like a formula or a certain technique to give you guys about how much product to put on the nail. Usually you'll just kind of learn from the previous nail whether you need more or less, and that's pretty much the only tip I can give you on that. It comes with practice. So the 3 steps are to bring product from sidewall to sidewall, then bring product to the tip, and then down to the cuticle. I don't know if you noticed on the middle finger, I did the cuticle before the tip, and on my ring and pointer finger, I did the tip before the cuticle. It really doesn't matter. It's pretty interchangeable. If I did have to pick one, I would say I'd rather pull product up to the tip before the cuticle because sometimes the product, when it sits, it runs, so I like to come to the cuticle last so that it doesn't move from where I placed it, and it can be what gets worked on right before it goes into the lamp. In this video, I have pretty short nails, so I'm showing you how I covered the entire nail with 1 bead of polygel. A bead of polygel is just what we squeezed out from the tube onto the nail at first. But if you are doing longer nails, or if the one bead method seems kind of intimidating, definitely check out my video where I talk about the 2-bead method so you can learn about how to use multiple beads. When it comes to doing your own nails, use as many beads as you need to get a nice structurally sound nail. Something I really want to note and point out is the importance of getting really thin edges around the nails. You never want to have anything touching the skin. You want the perimeter of the nail to be the thinnest area, especially around your skin, because that leaves little room for you to get lifting. So that's why we work our way from the middle out. And that's pretty much all the tips that I have for you guys during the application process. I sped it up a little bit because it was kind of repetitive. I hope that was helpful. And now we're just moving into the next process, which is filing. I'm using a hand file to reshape the nails, and I'm also using my e-file. I do wish that I showed you guys me hand filing. You don't need an e-file to file these nails, especially because of how short they are. I do have a video on how to hand file. I'll put it up in the cards, but I'm just using a needle drill bit to get around the cuticle and a sanding band to smooth out the surface of the nail. So whether you're using a hand file or an e-file, the filing process is super important because it is a chance to smooth out the surface of the nail, but it's also a chance to seal in your cuticle area and just around the skin to further make sure that you won't get any lifting. So it's really important to get as close as you can to the cuticle and just break up anything that is overlapping. And now I'm just going to use a buffer block to buff out any scratches. So with this look, I pretty much just did an entire full set. I didn't do any intricate designs using the polygel, and that's because when you're first starting, you really just want to focus on your technique and getting the structure correct of the nail, which just means thick in the middle so it's strong and thin on the perimeter, sealed in and secure where it needs to be. So as you can see, I'm just using some nail art to design the nails a little bit. It's kind of self-explanatory what's happening. I definitely would recommend when you're first starting to do nails, instead of trying to do crazy designs that more advanced people do. So get yourself some glitters and some stickers and some rhinestones and some foil or some gel polish, whatever. But I definitely recommend doing simple sets and dressing it up with nail art. So you saw me put that sticker on, the Chanel sticker. I'm going for a white and gold look. And with some gold foil, I use my Macart rhinestone glue, which is just like nail art glue. And I'm placing the foil in the outer corners of the nail. I did the same thing to my thumb off camera. The last thing I'm doing to this set is just putting some glitter on. So I have my gel top coat. I applied it to the nail and I'm sticking my nail in the glitter while the gel is still wet, and then we're going to cure all that glitter into the wet gel. So I put it in the lamp for 60 seconds. I have that off camera. And that's pretty much the look all finished. And now we're just top coating everything to seal in the design, make it nice and shiny, add a protective layer. And now I did that to every nail except for the glitter nail. Cured it for 60 seconds. And now I'm just going to cuticle oil these up to help revitalize the skin around the nail. Definitely was needed. This is how they turned out. I love the white and gold together, then the glitter just added a little pop. I think these turned out so cute. I really hope that the tips were helpful for you guys. I feel like I kind of went super fast, kind of like a crash course, but I'm hoping that this can be a great reference video for those who are just starting. That is all that I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!